Well, good morning. Yesterday I invited you to ask your question if there was something that you'd like me to perhaps talk about and suggest a process or perhaps some wisdom. And one of the replies came in that was from the UK, from one of the viewers, listeners there. And we'll use a pseudonym. We'll call her Jill. And Jill's taking a break from her pretty busy work. She does a lot of classes and scheduling and organizing and workshops and retreats and stuff like that. And she's organizing a little retreat for herself to take a week off so that she can have some downtime. But she recognizes that she has this tendency to want to still work while she's taking a break. And as she was packing, she was noticing that things like cell phone charger, iPad, electronics, ways to stay in touch with the world and work were kind of going into the bag, or she wanted to put them in. But she stopped herself and paused for a moment and was in a place of indecision as to what to do. And so wrote and, expressed her intention of wanting to have this retreat as a time for herself, but also being torn between also wanting to stay engaged with the world. So I'm sure a lot of us experience this kind of a dilemma from time to time, and it's one that it's certainly not foreign to me either. So I've figured out a few ways that kind of work. I think first and foremost is we must be really compassionate with our whole self, all of us. We're complex human beings, each one of us different, and we have certain whims or things that we're pushed to do or pulled to do and torn between and so forth, and that's just how it is. So I think the first thing to do is to really just recognize that awareness, the awareness that yes, I do want to take a break, and yes, I am fairly compelled at different times to want to reconnect and be part of the world and do some work. So knowing those two parts of me, let me go to a place of higher wisdom. And usually for me, that comes through my body. So if I tune into my body and ask it, what do I really want here for this week? And what my body would probably tell me, if I was in that dilemma, would be that I need to make wise choices moment to moment. And that I need to also have compassion for myself. So first of all, I would have some compassion and acceptance of the fact that this dilemma did exist, and I would also honor my body's wisdom and say, in the moment, I will make choices moment to moment as to what serves my higher intent. Now, there's intentions and there's higher intentions, and our higher intentions are really the ones that we want to put on top of the list and let win. And in this particular case, and it changes from time to time, but for this particular week for Jill, this is a time when she wants to honor the intention of taking a real time out. So moment to moment, she needs to look at that choice and remind herself of that choice and not make anything right or wrong. Like, it's not wrong to look at your phone. It's not wrong to want to reach out and connect with people. It's not wrong to make that phone call or whatever it is. They're not bad or wrong things. They're just things that you're torn to do. So when you feel that urge, you first of all take some time just to breathe and be present to that desire to want to do it. And then to ask yourself, let me tune in again to my wisdom and my body wisdom to find out what that higher intent is. So there's a pause. There's a pause between the reaction to the urge and the actual acting on the urge. Not to say that acting on the urge isn't necessarily a bad thing sometimes. It might be. But to pause, to give it due consideration on the criteria of the higher intention. And then when that's done, make a wise choice. And that will be a wise choice because it's being sourced from wisdom, your own wisdom, because we've all got it. And we just need to take that pause sometimes and connect with another part of ourselves other than our thinking mind, because whilst our mind is very good at figuring stuff out, it can also sometimes jump to a choice that's really coming from a reaction, and that reaction is mental rather than real. So what's real in the moment for Jill is I really want to be here on retreat, and I want to have downtime, and I want to just give myself the space. So if that higher intention prevails, then a different wise choice will be made. So there you go, Jill. I hope that helps you. I hope you have a great week retreat. Hope you go to a nice place like where I am right now. And to everyone out there, make some wise choices today, sourced from your higher intention. Cheers for now.